What is up, everybody? Welcome into AGL tonight. We've got Manticore taking on Lunar and Abyss. Two teams still running that middle, lower end of the pack here for the Group 2 of AGL. Now, this is, I believe, Week 7 rolling through with a pretty good map pool, and what should be two pretty decent teams still duking it out to see who can at least maybe swing a way up towards a playoff spot and who might be packing it in for the season. Now, tonight's map pool, oh gosh, it should be a pretty good one, but there's still a little bit of twists and turns to it. Starting things off right, we've got Nighthaven Labs, of course, the fan favorite community love of the map. But right behind that, God, Fortress. I don't know which team decided to pick this one, which team wanted it. I gotta say, I mean, come on guys, why do I keep getting this map? Where's the producer at when you need him? Someone get me off this map. Bank, though, to follow it up, though, for map 3, if we make it that far, and I am really hoping to see Bank get rolled out, because it is such a old classic of a map, a lot of great angles to play, and a very heavy emphasis on the verticality. Now, Fortress, you're not going to see a whole lot of vertical play. It is a heavy cross-push map. A lot of it is dominated by that second floor control. Nighthaven Labs, though, should play into a good style like what we see out of Bank, where vertical control is key. Move from the top down and make a good push. But Nighthaven Labs, you do have that ability to get a full bottom floor clear if you want it. It's just there for the taking. Now, Fortress, again, it's the sore thumb in this standout play. There's two really good maps, and then there's Fortress. I'm not going to hate the map anymore, though. I want to get to know this map because apparently the community has been loving it. I don't have a statistic on the play amounts right now, but there has been a lot of teams, especially in this league here, that absolutely love this map, who have been bringing it out every chance they get. Why? Well, it is a wrench in the works for the teams that rely on the old school maps. Definitely gives them something different to play with, and it looks like our teams are getting ready in the lobby, so let me go tell them that I am ready. Caster ready. As we prep everything going forward. Now, that is the confirmation from both sides, so be ready and underway because in a couple seconds here, we will be kicking it off. Nighthaven Labs starting defense is Lunar Abyss. Now, the defense will tend to dominate this map if they're able to keep pressure up for themselves. But I'm not going to take it away. A well-strategized attack can roll through and make this map theirs very easily, very quickly. It is all just determining on how many gunfights you can actually take, swing, and win easily for yourself. On for the side of the defense, though, tone setting. Be the pressure, be the presence that you need. That is the only way you're going to control the map very well. There is a little bit of a mix-up here, too, guys. There is a 2-round advantage given to Manticore coming into this map, as there was some E-sub issues used by the side of Lunar Abyss. All that being said, though, loading in, getting this one underway. Operator bans are pushed through as both Maverick and Thermite go off board, as will Kaid and Azami. Like I said, a little twist up. But that's not to say Lunar Abyss can't swing it 4 straight. It's a challenge, don't get me wrong. Starting in here with no warm-up on the night to going down by 2 rounds almost immediately on your defense. Definitely not the start that these guys are wanting. But it's still a very, very winnable map for them because the defense isn't everything for this map. A good execution play style will tend to push you there. Now, Lunar Abyss does, I believe, move into this one higher up in the stat boards than what we see Manticore. Manticore currently bottom of their division. Lunar Abyss still running middle of that pack. Hard room upstairs up here from Benzera. And Hush going to be chilling down storage. Now, Hush is a big player for this position. He's got to be able to keep himself up. That Goyo, he's got the Vector in hand. He's got some good ability to play. Encrypted going to be going for that first swing out, but Deadly able to get a good swing over onto Hush. And that's an immediate body given up in a already game that's favoring the other side. Push around. We see Monty getting towards that window, just trying to play aggressive and saying, hey, please swing. Right behind that's Crank, though, and he's getting into the Crank that as he runs that corner around. But everybody else on this defense has dropped back off, falling back to safety. You still have Benzera and Cryptid, though, chilling upstairs. They have this defense absolutely split in half. And S1 is out. He just left the game, putting it down to a 3v5 almost immediately to start. Now the rest of the defenders here might be getting a little bit confused. Benzera now moving up into warehouse, trying to take some control. And Rude is the last one down in tank. Damage is going up there onto Daedley though. And there's Benzera to finish Crank out now. And swing, prep, rip. There's Deadly out for another kill. 2 up on this round. Suddenly it's Rude and Cryptid still in the last 2 alive. 2v4 situation. Rude going to be getting swung down on. Having to try and chillax and relax himself down in tank. His buddy needs to get in position to lend a hand. We see that scope post moving quick, but maybe not quick enough. It is Deadly who's up in control. He's got Laser up there chilling with him with that Monty. Everybody else is going to be going down for the main wall. That's just some extra added phantom pressure if they do manage to get it open. However, they could end up losing their 2 bodies in sight or in building as Cryptid starts to make his way over. Presence known now as the Monty gets the live pings out. He's got the swing right behind, but Cryptid is just the Cryptid himself. Takes him down, but Monty's there. I hope you got that joke. A Cryptid playing like he's a Cryptid. Something straight out of the Appalachian Mountains, but Rod now left into a 1v3 after the Monty pulled the pistol up and swung his buddy down. Finds the backside of Monty to lay some damage, but not enough to take him down. His 2 teammates now are into sight. Plant going to be going down from Jay. Straight on top of one of the Goyo traps, but it doesn't matter all that much. There's no clean angle for it. C4 in hand from Rude, but walks straight into blue. Down he goes as we see Manticore now pull up 3 straight. See, Manticore getting that 2-round advantage is definitely going to be a big assist to them. Now for the last set of bans, it will be Monty and Mira going off board. I really don't mind the bans that we're getting here tonight. Everything looks pretty good, pretty normal, pretty safe to pull off board.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I'm flipping through to make sure there's nothing being said about this match from any of the admins. Nope, everything's still looking good. Alright. Well, as long as they're all still good, we're going to keep on running this one. S1 does load himself back in. It's going to be another downstairs hold for these guys. Now, I mean, Hush lost his body super early that last round. Opening pick was on him. S1 with a disconnect in the middle of it. Putting it down to an immediate 3v, I think 3v5. Of course, you put any team in that position, they're going to walk away with an easy win. Manticore doing just that. Now, we're going to see S1 bringing the extension upstairs with the Bandito Burrito. That's guaranteeing another good, hopeful roam and flank game from this defending Lunar team. Cryptid looking to lurk and live up to the name, playing a little bit of that elusive Sasquatch beast roaming around the side of the map here. Does have one guy up, but the shield immediately pulled the body down to an instant grenade pick there from Crank. Man, it sucks to see a Scopus lose a life that early on. Crank now going for that lobby control. No one else quite aggressing up there with him. They do have a push coming upstairs, looking to get themselves in and through the top end of this building. Crank going for a quick peek over, not able to find it. Cryptid just getting away with that with his life. Going for a reswing though. Cryptid goes out and over, down with him. As Crank will get the quickly head tap now. Cryptid locked away as he's got Deadly on one side of him. He's got a Blackbeard walking up the other. Going for the peak fight as Hush will go down to Deadly. Second time off the same window we've seen Deadly pick Hush up. But now the Blackbeard made his way in. He's got cafeteria control. He's going to be coming around, seeing what he can find. He's got Benzera right there on the other side of him, though. All playing very, very closely. Deadly moving up to the window, getting a swing angle ready, but Cryptid is just there and a little bit better on the aim. Better angle of attack, of course. Benzera going to be gunning down the Blackbeard. Jay and Blue still the last two up, now into a 2v4. First time of the night, we're going to be seeing Manticore at the disadvantage in the rounds. And now it's just going to be a matter of what can Lunar Eclipse do with this. They've got some good positioning, but they need to be able to keep their bodies up and not just challenge swing everything in front of them. Benzera dropping back for angles. Cryptid just dropping back for angles. Everyone else going to be chilling inside. We even have Rude pulling out the cams. Jay, though, wanting to see if he can maybe bait a kill onto himself. He knows that there was one down there watching. It's going to be Benzera down in control room. Benzera moving off the position that he was holding at. Jay goes down to the storage room as Cryptid gets a good pick off onto him. And suddenly it's Blue left into a 1v4. Jay's still revivable, but man, that's not a very smart idea right now. And Blue doing what he can do here. Just trying to chow where he knows there's bodies. Not enough time to drone. Not enough time to, well, rely on much of your utility. You got a couple flashbangs. Use them for the quick opening gunfights here. As he swings in, Benzera is waiting right there for a head tap. Down they go as Lunar Abyss pull up their first round for this map. Pretty decent game so far. Everybody's making some good plays. We're gonna see if I can go copy this. And where is AGL? Go post a stream link up.
Locate and defuse bombs.
I'm going to pay a little bit of attention here to Hush as he goes and sets up most of these Fenrirs. A good Fenrir is real hard to beat, so I don't hate seeing it. You see Abyss versus Manticore. Go get that shared out. We'll do a quick fly around through. Decent basic setup so far, but there is once again a Cryptid on the loose. They've got Hush playing bottom of warehouse now, and that is a little bit of an aggressive peak angle there for them. S1 also going to be moving down to storage. They are putting a very heavy pressure on this off-site hold. And Cryptid going to be now playing aggressive through the kitchen cafeteria side, as his lobby is getting breached open by Crank, and they've got a Blackbeard up in play who's getting ready now to move himself into that L hall. All it being said, they're not doing a really I don't know how I'm trying to think of the right way to word it. It's not as much of a direct take as what you would see for this map. Instead, it looks like they're going to be putting a lot of pressure down below and then make their ways up. All that to be said, though, there is some breach coming in here from Ace with the new Thatcher coming off his last season rework. IT wall will come open. Crank going to be jumping through for cafeteria, taking space, taking control, moving it forward, and keeping pressure up for his team. And they do have at least some sort of vertical game in mind, as Deadly will be moving his way up through that main hallway. They do have rotate holes here for the connector side. Connector wall going to be now freed up of all the electrical. Bandit's the one chilling right there, ready to hold and control. But they really don't have very much positioning to help control with this. However, that being said, we got Rod over here playing in connector. Flash is coming in. S1 blinded out, but still up, and a shotgun to ring out now from Rude as he gets one down. Jay to find Benzera as Benzera was extremely low. Swing in, and down goes Deadly, but he runs straight into Crank, who's waiting right there. Picks up a kill for his team, leaving it up to a 3v3. Jay is super, super low, but still up and alive. Now, as some of the flashes come forward, that Thatcher looking to take some control. He does get a kill up there on the Cryptid. Hush and S1 now have to lock it down and hold it out for the hold here. A good double swing, almost triple swing in position for the attacking team, but Jay will go down. Hush getting dropped by Blue, though. Swing around from S1 as he finds Crank into it. 1v1. Diffuser is there, but he reloads and lays down, and Blue is just there at the ready, gun up. me.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So looking at the round count of this game so far, I'm going to ignore 2 rounds on the Manticore side. Just because, you know, I don't want to count those yet. But we've seen Manticore walk away with 2 very, very good rounds on their end so far in play. That would be, I mean, that's telling quite the story here. Imagine we had double stream. I've done something similar to that before, Gamble. I was, oh, it was a tournament I was doing. It was all in one day. So I was casting my end of the bracket. Well, my game ended for then. I was waiting for the next one to seed out. So I just flipped it to the other casters, pulled his up and watched it, and was casting it while he was, you know, while it was going on over there. And, hey, Void, I don't hate you. If you want to jump in here, jump in for map 2. If you've got time, jump in map 2. I'd love to have you. This defense, though, setting it up. They do have a Bandito Burrito on board, looking to maybe go for some bandit tricks. The Thermite, oh God, I keep saying Thermite. Thatcher in play with the ace, and I don't think they're actually going to go for much of a bandit trick up here on the vertical. It is downstairs into that storage warehouse, but the vertical extension prevalent here. Cryptid and Benzera both just waiting and hoping that someone will go for a swing onto them. Main wall for IT going to be coming open now. And Cryptid is right there for a reflank. If they do manage to start getting some space again. He wants to be that main spearhead for this defense. However, we got to look at this attacking team. Laser's already walking himself in through cafeteria. No one else around. No support there except now Deadly, who moves up and starts with him. Blue going to be eating a lot of damage off that swing there from Cryptid. But they both managed to stay up. The clear now moving through that cafeteria side of the map. Deadly, what are you looking at, my man? Remember, this is the last half of the Lunar defense. So to see a 5-1 split go to the attacker's side would definitely not be a thing that, you know, is very common on a map like this. Benzera running down those waterfall stairs, looking to go retake that L hole. But inside of games, he's got a lot of pain waiting on him as Deadly is holding the angle there. Moving up forward through lounge, gonna swing himself deep and through. And what is that I see really close? That is S1 just waiting with a shotgun. Benzera to find Laser on a good swing around. L hole now someone in their control. Crank gonna find Rod. And we may be seeing this defense start to cripple just a little bit. Vertical up above from Cryptid. Finds one on the Deadly, though. As I'm saying, they're crippling. They managed to start swinging it back in their favor. Jay now moving in through kitchen. We see Benzera finding Crank.
Reloading.
Blue's still looking to get himself into something on the vertical, but not able to find too much. And Jay now has the cafeteria locked down. There's a lot of angles to play around. And with Hush down below, giving out the live pings. Cryptid is just waiting. Finds one off the vertical, waiting on the other one. Jay still down cafeteria. Not a lot of time left on board. His defense looks like they may be a little bit hungry as we see a swing from Benzera up onto these head holes right where Jay is just playing. Jay going to be chilling it back, giving it a couple extra seconds. Using this as maybe time to talk to the team. Benzera swings and Jay gets the kill, but defense wins that one as we get to a 4-2 split in favor of the attacking team. Manticore now on to defense. Gash, I'm not sure what the prize pool is. I'm not even sure if there is one. Bans, though. Bans. Goodbye, Kaid, and goodbye, Ace. They don't want to have to try and deal with that wall denial that is usually ever so prevalent, and the bandit off board as well. Leaving it all down to a mute to hold that wall if he has to. I mean, off the all bans we're seeing so far, definitely seems like we could see some heavy executes.
by attackers.
Left again, on!
Now the prep up, step up, setup coming in. We've got a mirror on board from blue. I mean, maybe a mirror trick is going to be in play, but more than likely, just set them up, play them smart. Use your ability to the best of your ability. Now, what is the rest of our defense doing? Well, I love the Aruni pick. She's not really, I mean, I say that. I'm thinking old school competitive. Nowadays, Aruni has an extremely high pick rate. I mean, a really good win rate. And a lot of it comes down to just that DMR in hand. You never, ever, ever see her with the SMG. Counting both to trap with a little bit of damage. You get your sound noise. I mean, a visual cue. Not a bad idea to keep her on board just to cover some of these flanks. Crank gonna be chilling over here out in the connector side. And did we just see Laser jump down? He did. Dropping down, but Lunar going very fast on their attack so far. As Cryptid's already up cargo side, rushing through. Hush coming up cargo stairs behind him. They need to get these drones ahead though, because Laser is laying down right there, live ping straight onto him. Up comes Cryptid, opening early pick for him. Doesn't even look at the camera, watching his own hallway. Now we got to pick up on a Cryptid who's 6-2 for this current map, and he is looking fire with it. Attempting now to burn the mirror out of this verticality. Flashes up, shoddy in hand. He's going to go pop the floor right underneath her. Lays a little bit of damage, but not too much. And they're continuing on with these live pings. Hitting her yet again, but not able to take her down. Benzera dropped down by Deadly, though. Our Buck's still watching the vertical. Blue gets a good swing off and takes him down. 4v3 situation. This attack losing some very good bodies and some of their best gunners that they have on the team. Deadly now looking across the head angle to see if he can find, I believe that is Rude out there playing. No, that's S1 out there. S1 eats a lot of damage, but manages to stay up. Which right now, live count, definitely not favoring the side of Lunar Abyss as Hush gets gunned down by Jay. Suddenly, it's a 2v4 situation. S1 and Rod need to stack it up and make a play together. Rod to be dropping down though, jumping out and getting away. S1 now has control of that main lobby stairs. It's all a big question of where's this push gonna come from. With the mirror on board, she's gonna she doesn't have to peek. She just has to literally stand there, watch her mirror, and play for anybody that swings her. However, as she gets a smoke popped on her, coverage out, she rotates across the other side. Live pings now straight onto Thermite. He makes a crosser in. He now has connector control to the electrical box. And Mirror gets gunned down. However, Rat's right there to find Rod. It's S1 into a 1v3. Behind the shield play up for Crank. And he is pinned in by this mirror window by Deadly. Deadly gonna hit him some damage out, but S1 hits him with a quick peek again. Deadly goes down. And suddenly it's all up to Crank as he hides away in an electrical box. S1 moves forward, hits one of those many Ella mines. Ella tucked close on door. We got Jay holding cross angle out, walking right into the headshot. S1 goes down. Manticore puts it up 5-2. What's up, Ryu Guns? First time chatter? How you been? How you doing? What you doing? This time change is messing my head up. Hey, thank you for the follow, Ryu.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, now as we move this one down into the basement, Crank gonna be breaking out the shotgun soulless play. And we do have a two-brow on stage now to see what he can slow down and what he can stop. Manticore have absolutely dominated though. Being up right now 3-2. And I'm only looking at the rounds played. Yes, I know they're up by 2 rounds on top of that. We are not counting that. I mean, we are. It has to go in the scorebook. But for what we're seeing right now, Manticore is utterly stomping and dominating as they make their way forward. On the Lunar side of the ball, though, Hush sitting down at 1-4. Laser, though, matched him on the other end at 1-4. So far, everything's tied up. Cryptid, though, 6-3, making some great plays for his team. And like I said, the stat lines that you actually read out for the KDs aren't going to necessarily match up to a brutal beating. Why? Well, 2 rounds of charity. We're on the Lunar side, though. We have some aggression rolling forward. As Rod is moving in with that Blackbeard in hand, he's got Hush right up behind him. Benzera chilling in the 90 hole as well. Cryptid, though, will get gunned down in his prime by Blue. However, Laser dropped by Benzera. A little bit of a re-out for his team. And Crank with that warehouse control looking to play long. SMG 11 in hand. And that is quite the distance for that gun in all reality. Upstairs, though, let's look at Blue. He has a good, safe angle to watch. Make sure his teammate's door stays clear. But the Exo assault is already underway as Hush is moving forward with Rod. They're pushing themselves straight to Jay. Getting up in his face. Jay, though, survives, lays damage out to DMR, doing good work. Getting 1 pick. We did see a teammate of his go down, but he's saved 4 out as Jay drops the Blackbeard now into a 3v2 situation. Benzera and S1 both stacked up, doubled up for warehouse control. Everybody else dropping back into the safety of sight. And that may just be the play here. However, Deadly is making his way over to cargo room. Everybody else is starting to spread out, cover angles for one another. As long as they can keep their bodies up for the rest of this map, this one may go into the Manticore's favor. This would put them up on now to match point as they would pull a 4-2 lead over. Timeout is requested by Lunar Abyss. This is a timeout that you're hoping that you guys can win, and you can use it as a timeout to, you know, relax a little bit, cheer for each other, and not a timeout that is coming off a, oh god, we're on match point scenario. As the timer ticks down to 45, Benzera waiting to drop his hatch now. S1 is droned out. They know he's walking down the exit side of the map. Jay is holding a very tight angle over on there for it. Benzera is dropped by Deadly. Jay to find S1. And that is one that just falls apart as they make their way down through. Real 0, best of 5. No, 0, this is a best of 3. Starting on Night Haven Labs, moving over to Fortress, and going to end out on Bank if we make it that far. Up on a match point now for Manticore. We talk things over with the Lunar Abyss crowd. Currently 7-5 is the top of their board for Benzera, and he is putting in the work for his team. He's got Cryptid up there with him as well, 6-4. This needs to be maybe just a stop, chat, communicate about playstyle, because you got to remember, in reality of things, it's a 2-4 game right now. You only lost 4 rounds. You just maybe had a bad half on your half of the map. It doesn't, I mean, it has to reflect, though, that it is 6-2. But you can't let that be your mental right now. So after the tack timeout, let's see what adjustments they can make and what they can hold on to. Lunar just hoping to scrounge by into the next ban phase. Manticore looking to put us to map too early on.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
In a map that has been kind of heavy for their side, they will, I mean, they should be starting this next map on defense, but I don't know for certain yet. But with all that being said, we're going to be moving up to a kitchen cafeteria setup. This one is an absolute oddity. Most teams elect to go over into the storage CC room. Not over here.
Discovered the location of the bomb. 10 seconds left.
But everybody has been workshopping strats, reworking ideas, and setting up new styles of gameplay. Hoping this is one of those moments that works out in their favor and doesn't come back to hurt them from behind. But Blue will be our Clash player up for the rest of this round. Let's hope to see something good. Oh, there's the early rounds ringing out. Deadly takes a little bit of damage. And is that cryptid I see? It is. He has exosuit control. He's got Hush right up there on him. Clearing out, blows the pipe. Hush takes a lot of damage, taken down by Deadly. And Deadly now left 1 HP. Pipe to blow. The fire is there now too, blocking him away. Trading shotgun for shotgun. Deadly picks up the kill. And he only gets to take a little bit of a nap temporarily. He's got teammates right there who could provide coverage. Jay, though, instead of running down for his teammate quick, decides to take a swing fight against Benzera, and Benzera said, hey, I'm not one to play with, kid. Knock him down early. S1 and Rod going to be clearing now for this top floor, going to be making their way over. Instead, no, we see S1 drop off. Rod hot dropping down, though, into warehouse side. And he has a castle barricade to deal with. S1 going down below. We do see Laser pick up that kill, going for the res up on Deadly. Suddenly it's a 2v4 situation. Very, very low HP for two of these defenders, though, and Laser will get down by Rod. And where is S1? Well, S1 goes over to play the window that his teammate's been rocking with. And Rod suddenly trapped out from the rest of the action, as he now makes his way over back into that 90 hull. Laser will get revived. That's very, very low health again for two guys. However, Clash is still up, and she is the pinnacle of all annoyance. It's really starting to become a question of how will they play on from here. Well, Deadly's going to show him, hey, I'm still alive. Gets a good kill up there onto S1. Clash going to be dropping and locking that shield in place. Rod up into a 1v4. Swinging through, but Laser's there with his shotgun. Another one who was knocked early on. Takes him down. Good map as Manticore goes 7-2 up on these guys. That is one heck of a map one there from Manticore. 7-2 is not something to scoff at. I mean, that's a really, really big round differential. So it's going to be a question of what can Manticore do to pull this next one back in their favor. Are they going to be able to gun up, gun out, or will Manticore walk away with an easy 2-0 victory tonight? Either way, I believe I'm going to take a quick little break here while we wait for the teams to be readied up. Be back in maybe a minute. Welcome back. Now we prep it up for map 2. Fortress is the next one in lineup, and we do have a little bit of a sub coming out. S1 is gone. Slim is back. So, E-subs and whatnot. But Fortress is the map up now on the slate. It has definitely become a fan favorite. I don't know what y'all see in it, but it is, I guess, what the community wants. A map that relies so heavily on power positioning. We're hoping to see some good plays out of it. Now, what I've noticed a lot of lately is the horse side control, the bunks have major control, and the top of main stairs are definitely a big key component that you gotta grab onto and hold. With all that being said, though, an operator like a Blackbeard will tend to succeed heavily in this strategy and lineup. A Blackbeard, a Blitz, a Monty, something that you can just shove in their face and take some actual foot-held control moving forward. Either that or some really, really good gunners. Now, a lot of people have been excelling at this map that we've seen just off of pure frag power alone. Bands coming out tonight, though. We lose the Mira, we lose the Ace, Clash, and Maverick are gone. And I really like those band sets coming out of Lunar Abyss because that Mira, great at reinforcing a power position. You get something in there, even if it is like the one conference table, you give up the room control, you still have the Mira to drop back behind, reinforce off your rotate, you're safe, and you still have a lot of power to hold that positioning. Now that Clash, double that up into the same ideals. She goes in, takes control of a spot, and it's hard to remove a Clash out of position, especially with a couple guns up behind her. As for the bands, I mean, Heart Breach bands have become the new norm. It's not a bad thing. I rather enjoy it. However, I was thinking we could see a Grim go off board, or the Blackbeard off board. There's a couple of really good XQ operators, even a Ying in this situation. She tends to shine because it's a map that is so heavily controlled by gunfights. Let's see what the coaching tip of the day is that I see in chat. Lunar needs to play as a team. They're all doing solo plays, and when they play together, they obviously are not doing any 3-2-1 swings. I can kind of see that, yeah. Manticore is definitely sticking off with one another a whole lot closer. There's a lot going into this game's room defense. Like I said, power positions will be key, and they are setting one up of their own right now. A zombie still on board as well. I mean, she's going to definitely be the next ban off, I believe. Give it a couple rounds and see. But her ability to reinforce up whatever site, whatever room she wants to play in is absolutely massive. The push coming through now, the tower, a hallway, moving up. They got the thermite ripping main wall open. Cryptid still down in the bottom of lobby side with Rod down there on the Blackbeard. And the drones are going to be moving forward. What do I see coming on the flank, though, is Blue. Blue has a good flank route in position here as he moves his way forward. A lot of drones being deployed as people want to find out. This map is not one where you know the obvious positioning of players. Laser moving up on the breach, but right there is the Blackbeard just waiting. Swings straight out into two of them as Cryptid gets the kill up for his team. And Benzera is able to find Deadly. Lunar making a hard egress forward. And there's Jay now facing off 1v1 against the Blackbeard. Blue eats a ton of damage now. C4 out. Blackbeard still up. 1 HP goes down to that quick spray down. But Hush is right there for a 2K, taking both Crank and Jay off board. It's Benzera going for plant. Blue now coming up on the flank side. But they've got guns at the ready, and Hush finds himself another one. The spray down works as this attack kept the guns up, put the pressure into high gear, and moved themselves forward. And it looks like they're calling for a bit of a tech pause, which we can't do. Huh.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now, I'm not a rules expert for this league, but I believe tech pauses are still allowed as needed. Coming up, they are setting up now. I call this pool table, even though it's not a pool table. It looks like one in the spectator, though. Pool and bathroom, a good setup over here. And we've seen a lot of contention, especially off of this conference table. This is a key element to hold, as you got games right around the corner from it. Games, another heavy power position. This whole little Z of holding is extremely difficult to get a hold of, but extremely good to do so. On the attacking side, looks like they're still going to be bringing the aggression up, as once again the Blackbeard is on board. They are also bringing the Deimos. Deimos clearing through, already has the main hallway downstairs. Bottom main stairs going to be rotating up now through those little red stairs. And Blue is right there on the other side waiting for him. If he gets up here, the Cryptid would have a pretty decent cutoff without a full rotate around. However, with that beeper going into play, J rotates over for control. Blue rotates over for control. What do we see Cryptid do? Drop off and go to safety. Off the top of now main stairs of tower side. They are going to be going for that wall control. Grenades in, but do not get rid of the bandit charges on wall. And that's got to be a little bit painful for this attacking team. They have a lot riding on, making the actual play out of here and getting main wall open. That's what the Glaz excels at. That's what the Blackbeard excels for, is to push through. Smoking in, we now have some fires from Rude. In goes Benzera. He doesn't even have diffuser, but he's dancing with him. Rude to find laser. Deadly goes down. C4 out behind the Blackbeard. Blackbeard rushes up on the bandit, gets the pick. Cryptid did get dropped, though. And it is Blue making his way over. Crank now controlling what he can in sight. Benzera taking the gunfight against Blue. Crank able to burn out Slime. Down goes Blue, though. Crank now up into a 1v3. Box being held by Hush close with the SMG. Crank really not a whole lot of options available for him. He moves up, but Benzera is right there. That Blackbeard, like I said, force it in their face. And that's a good way to win this map. Keep the gun skill is your main key component. You call him Lazier. It's Laser. Mr. Silly. Very good round, though, from that team. As Lunar is just being very confrontational about their pushes forward.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Quite the enjoyable gameplay style, I will say. They play together. They win, dude. I know. Lunar Abyss. This map looking like an entirely different team. Maybe the last map they were mentally chalked because they had to give up those 2 free rounds to the e-subbing rules. This map though, they're just coming out gunning. Definitely a lot more coordinated on their attacking pushes. A quick fly around, we'll see Benzera already top Blue side, getting straight in. He's got the back angle on Laser, but there's a castle barricade in the way. Grenades go through. That's going to clear out a lot of utility. Pipe goes boom. Wait for the fire and commence the push. They have Goyo fires up on the control as well. Jay getting destroyed. Down he goes. Deadly getting picked up by Rod. And Hush gonna be found out by Laser though. This dorm hall is going strong. Crank gonna get the revive off, but blown up by the thermite charge. Benzera walks Crank down. Ben now swinging for Laser. Ben still has yet to even get picked once. Up comes Laser now, 6-0 for the Blackbeard. 1v4 situation for Blue. Instead, he is gunned down from behind by the Cryptid. Cryptid playing like a Wendigo. And I mean, Benzera is a Cryptid all of his own. 6-0. They have limited the Manticore team to only 4 kills across the board. And Benzera still has yet to die. Everyone else has only died once. I kind of figured the Blackbeard was going to get picked off the map. Seems like it might be a little bit of a target ban, but it's entirely understandable by how well Blackbeard controls this map. The zombie ban, though, is also just really, really good.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Defense, once again, looking to bring it back up to games, dorms, to see what they can make happen now that they don't have to worry about the threat of a Blackbeard being so in their face like we've seen the last couple of rounds. They're even going so far as setting up an extension out into this little vending hall. I don't mind it. By the way, Slim Sate looks to be called Sate. Okay, Sate it is.
5 seconds left.
I'm gonna call him Slimy. Alright. Can I call him Slim Shady?
Attackers reject
Slim
the
Sadie?
bomb and defuse it.
You guys don't enjoy my puns anyway. I don't know why I'm even talking to you guys. But the movement and progression not being slowed down at all as we see Lunar Abyss being fast still through. Even without the shield on board, Benzera is just rushing and taking space. And Rod's right there with him. Yeah, pop the pipe a little quicker. That way your team can get in position fast. Deadly holding a long angle on the museum. Does lay some bullets down. Instead, takes a little bit of damage for it, though. And he's still looking for what he can find. Going for control here of the single wall. I really don't know what to call this room. They call it Central Stairs, but that's not what it is. Sate gonna find a good pick up on the Deadly. Moving forward through, Benzera eats a lot of damage, but not enough to take him down. Horse control is theirs. That's what it's called. That's the call out I was looking for, was horse. And they're ripping up in for that bathroom, and we see Blue going, you know what? This is not worth holding at all. Laser waiting, shotgun at the ready for Hush to open that castle barricade. Punch until it's down at 1. Laser goes to swing out on his own. Instead, Hush backed off because he knew the swing was there. Rips his head clean off his shoulders. Benzera gets his first down of the game. He is down and out due to Jay. Now it's Cryptid over here trying to take some fights. Hush with a long angle over onto Jay, dropping the one down who was holding so much closer. And it is Blue and Crank in a 2v4, sorry. Blue's still up, holding the bunk side close, but Cryptid goes in, gets active, finds one. Across the Hall of Games, finds another one to Crank. Shutting them both down. Quick power move from him. And we're seeing Lunar Abyss absolutely dominate this map too. Going up 4-0 on Manticore. And what seems like could go to a 6-0 half. I mean, I don't want to say that. I'm going to jinx him. That's how the Caster's Curse works, but, you know.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Oh my god, the controller glitch is still here. It's been how many seasons and the controller glitch is still here? those of you wondering what I'm talking about, there's a glitch with observing, because most observers, especially the good ones, will use a controller. Well, when you first load into a round, there's a chance that your controller just will not work. I don't know why. But it makes the spectating look real bad. Until I can, hook it back in and give you guys a good overview. This one's setting up now down here for the cafeteria waiting room. Now, a lot of teams will do a good setup over here for the medical side. That med side hold tends to be a very, very hard hold, but right now it looks like they're not doing such an aggressive one. And that is Cryptid already going in to try and get active on blue. Swinging through, blue was still mid-reinforcement when Cryptid jumped through and got in there. If he's able to shut him down now, he gets a good player off the board. Gets him quick, too. And that means that there's still a wall now unreinforced that they didn't even worry about until later on. That starts to open up the lines of defense here. Cryptid still holding a cross angle over onto Deadly. Deadly looking for his first kill of this map. And we got Rod jumping through, feeding one right to him, but almost finding that pick. That was a lot of damage laid out and over. I got a feeling Lunar may just be feeling a little bit overconfident now from the way they started this map. Hush walking up, finds one there on the Deadly. Going for a re-swing. It's Laser on the other end of waiting room at the ready. Crankling some damage out over onto Cryptid. He continues his swings forward. Jay will go down though to Hush. Laser going to maybe make up for where his teammate was. Laser and Crank now both stacked up, trying to find some manner of control for the rest of this site. Lunar Abyss though is just walking these guys down as much as they can. Thermite coming up now onto the wall right across from Crank. Crank still has good holding position. And there goes the breaching charge. Did you really think a breaching charge would work on a soft wall that somebody's playing? Nah, it won't. I need to worry about though is Hush, who's currently just walking in through the fire and the flames, lays a lot of damage onto Crank. But not able to get him as those flames did a lot of damage onto him. Crank finished the kill out real quick. Laser SMG up and at the ready. He's looking to retake into this kitchen side. But Cryptid shutting Laser down. We see Abyss pull up 5-0 over Manticore. Been 20 years, but he's streaming again. Cheddar Goblin the Greater. I was streaming. When did I last stream? Hold on. I streamed on Wednesday of last week. I'm slowing down a little bit on a lot of my streams. I'm trying to get some more quality over quantity. Now the quantity is what I enjoy doing, but I'm trying to work on myself and how I sound when I'm doing these. I'm trying to find myself a good dedicated duo to have in here with me. That way it's not just a one-man show. It makes it easier on me, easier on my voice, and it gives you guys a better run of show and better production value to look at. Plus, maybe one day I'll find an observer, so I don't have to do that job too, but for now, it's just me chilling. But I do appreciate you guys all for coming out tonight, showing up, having some fun. Much appreciated. I hate using replays with a controller. Replays with a controller? Yeah, I'll admit, it sucks. The actual spectating, though, with a controller is so good, because you can actually get good, precise, like, good flyover cams like these that are doable with a mouse and keyboard, but you tend to lack some of like the omnidirectional stuff. You tend to just be more into straight line flying. But as this defense sets up, Castle is on board. Manticore have yet to find a round, and I mean they're having yet to find a whole lot of kills. So I'm hoping that they're able to maybe pick this one up. At least deny the 6-0.
5 seconds to go.
I'm sure that's a broken texture, right?
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Bomb reinforced!
I'm waiting to see how long it takes these guys to make entrance to the building, because so far they have been very, very quick on getting in the building fast. Yeah, that's been almost like their main priority, is just how fast can we get in. Slim going for that Reno Tower side. He's got Rod over there playing with him. And they're taking some early opening control there. Look like Ben Zera might be the one to make a play through the main entrance here as he goes in up the spiral staircase, covering off the flank as he goes. Encrypted. Playing for this castle barricade. Jay right here on the other side of it, waiting, watching, hoping for the sound bait again. A C4 goes out and both Rod and Sate go down. A beautiful double pickup for Rat, and that may give them control of this map, or at least this round. Manticore is slightly getting dunked on. Tis they are, only a smidge. Well, I don't want to agree with that, because I don't want to sound biased either direction. But Manticore are definitely having a much better map than what they did on that last one. Laser, though, to find Hush. Suddenly, it's a 2v5. And just as you guys were starting to hype up Lunar Abyss and put Manticore down, Manticore starts slamming this round the way they want it. Manticore are, by the way, up a map over these guys. So it's not over. Benzora trapped in, does get a slam over on a J, which opens Cryptid's run through up. Cryptid's going to go in, go quick. He sees right where Blue's at, trying for the tap fight, tap firing against them. Benzera, though, back he goes. Laser with a swing. And now we're into a 2v4 as Laser's running up with the shotgun at the ready. Instead gets a pistol. Second one for Cryptid. He finds two. Still a lot of bodies left, though, to find and fly. And it's Crank and Deadly up into a 1v2 situation. Deadly going to be just chilling in the tub, hoping for his teammate Crank to be able to clutch this one in. But as the fires pop, Cryptid looking to relocate Crank to wherever he wants him to play. Now both of them are stacked up on that bathroom door ready for him. And it may be a tap fight that he wants, and it will be a tap fight that he gets. He just does not have the HP to sit here and keep doling like he's been. "12 seconds left on board. Deadly is still just going to be baiting the timeout. Cryptid going in, sneaking up on Crank. Crank with a quick swing there to take him down. We do see Manticore pick up a round. I wasn't here on Wednesday, so it's been basically 20 years. Okay, Cheddar Goblin. Don't you have cheese to go steal somewhere? Manticore needs to stop over peeking and start holding crosses. That is, this map is really, really controlled by team play. So if you guys are a team that will spider web your crosses to one another and have an absolute chain link and string of playstyle, then yeah, you'll do fine. When I say chain link, I mean like I'm able to rotate back through either of these positions. I can drop back into one teammate, drop back to another. You keep your team in a close chain link or spider's web around you, and you always have a safe retreat as well as a body to help cover your retreat. Right now, Manticore just are not putting that on too much of a display. Let's see if Lunar Abyss, though, are able to pull theirs out. So far, they look like they've enjoyed this map a whole lot more than what they liked of Nighthaven Labs. And, I mean, this map does play similar to how we're going to see Bank, but so does Labs. Bank plays into both of these maps' strong suits. So it is a really, really good map pull for the night. It's got good elements out of both maps. So maybe Bank will be our good toss-up map 3.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
And they're lazy peeking. Yeah, there's been a lot of over peeks and still a lot of bad angles being swung. Hush, though, is set up for a spawn peek of his own as we see Lunar Abyss wanting to start this map out extremely aggressive. The attack, though, full spawn the other side. Not a soul around. So right now, they just got a defender who's over doing nothing for his team right now. As this Manticore team makes very, very fast entry into the main lobby. Up the stairs they go, straight onto the Cryptid, who is playing fast with Solus, looking to see if she can get an opening early pick on these guys. Instead, though, he is now dropping off back to relative safety of the bedroom. Yokais are coming over to assist him, and Hush is on that roam. Moving in, moving forward, retaking now the backside of this main lobby stairs, and he's moving up. The rest of these attackers, though, are deep. Hush finds a quick opening pick on a one. Another one over on a Deadly. Has one more on his main stairs, though. And he's not too scared of him, as Crank will find Cryptid. We see Hush get himself a 3K as Crank will go down. He's got Jay and Laser still there. Jay trading shots with him. Hush down to low HP, but Jay still alive. And Crank is saying nice skins. I'm not sure if this one has a rule against skins or not. But Jay and Laser now stacked up, moving together, being swung over by Hush. Hush looking for the ace right now. And he does have good position to find it, but they're setting up the double swing for his door, one on each side of it. Instead, what they might give him, though, is an easy fight here. One against Laser. Hush will go down, though. Down will go Sate. And it's a 2v2 as Laser makes his way forward. Sees the blood trails. Knows there's one down. And all that work Hush put in to start this round out could get washed away here. Benzera needs to be locked in for his team. Ruden needs to be giving good drone support to him. And they've got to shut these guys down. Jay is mocking his corpse with that drone, by the way. So as the attackers plot and plan their movements forward, we got Rod giving up the Yokais for right now. Deciding, hey, I need to keep a gun up. Back on the drones. The push is moving over and through into the bathroom. Swinging Benzera backwards. Into relative safely. But this attacking push has split with 15 seconds up. Benzera is kind of in a precarious situation. He's got to watch a lot of angles here. Jay set up now for that dorm wall. Ben, though, going for the swing the other way. Laser going to be laying rounds out to him, shocking at the ready. Defender's going to win that one off of time. This is just a game of ring around the rosy with that gridlock. Lunar Abyss puts us on the match point of map 2 almost immediately. Rod's gonna say, who's running skins? I mean, I don't blame him. That could be something they try to protest later. Again, I don't know if there's a rule against it, though. I know Pro League does not allow any skins, but this being T4, there's a lot that do allow it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So with the call being Solus has skins on, we're going to see them move her off the team for right now. Electing to bring out a Scopos.
I'll just relax here and let you.
Transition of the year from the Spectator. I don't know what I did, but yes, I know I'm great. Cryptid gonna be the man off on a roam. We got Hush roaming downstairs with him. Oops. What's Hush able to find? The opening pick on the Crank. Ash just making her way into the building. Didn't even get a foot onto the ground. Hush is ripping this team apart right now as he wants to put things to an end. The means to an end is him. He is their win con. Moving forward now. Deadly is right there on the other side of his door, letting rounds rip towards his head. Do not land. The drone goes good night. And Hush still looking for more. Keeps swinging. Deadly eats a lot of damage, still managing to stay up. Now Hibana going to be ripping over that bunk's wall right next to him. Sate is moving up, moving forward. Has a crosser angle over. Blue will go down to Sate. IQ eats even more damage. Benzera to find Jay. We have Hush trying to take some control, moving up. Laser, though, holding a crosser with Deadly. Krypton will go down to Laser. Grenade ripped, ready to go. Out it goes towards the one hiding behind that bunk side. Impacts absolutely everywhere as Root is being so annoying to them. Grenade hits Sate, clears him out of positioning, but Rat Deadly goes down as the spray continues to the wall. Laser finding some damage outwards. However, Hush is right there. Hush to try and lay him down, pulls the pistol, gets ready, but Hush does get his pickup on a Deadly as we see I think a DMR crack out and put down the gridlock. That is a 7-1 matchup as Lunar Abyss put an absolute showcase on for that map. Moving forward rather quick, we are going to be prepping it up now for map 3, which is Bank. And ladies and gentlemen, I actually really enjoy the gameplay style that I'm hoping to see out of these teams for Bank. They both should clash fairly well. That should be a decently evenized matchup. But I believe we, again, are going to be taking a short break between maps. While we're gone, be sure to stick around. Be back in like 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll be right there. See you in a few. Welcome back, everybody. AGL back on the menu as we prep it up now to move into Bank for, a series that has so far been just action after action, impact round after impact round. We move into Bank. Bank, the old classic that she is. Everybody loves it. There's 101 ways to play, but you just got to figure out how to make your push happen. With the bans, well, you tend to see a lot go against for that main vertical wall upstairs. Deny that, and things go in your favor as a defense. So, expect Hibana, and actually I can see right now she's already off the board, so is your castle. Man. Some very, very good operators being banned out so far. Castle going down, Mira out, Hibana and Ace are gone. Your safety breachers pulled off board almost immediately. Let's see what Code is saying. I'm only here to hate watch. I hope Abyss does well, but I secretly want Rude to have a stroke. My brother, it's not a secret if you're posting it in the Twitch chat. Speaking of Rude, we got him setting up now for the Tachanka downstairs basement play. You tend to see a good holy trinity of time denial, but we're not going to see the other two up for the setup. You always got to bring a Goyo, Smoke, and Tachanka for this setup, man. That has been proven time after time to be the best line of defense that you can set up. This time, though, opting it in for the Tachanka. And thank God they're not bringing any of the head holes.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Let's see what they got on the vertical upstairs. Well, they do have an Aruni setup for that. It's a little bit extra time being bought by the defense there. And they've got Hush, who's looking to play aggressively up in that open area. Cryptid also setting his drone up. One in for elevators now. Hoping that just stays there as maybe a flank or a late game play for him. But the vertical will be key to this operation. How can these guys get up here, hold up here, stay up here, and deny a lot of entrance? Well, Jay already into E-blocks. We got the second floor being hard cleared by these attackers. Hush gonna find that opening pick on a Jay though. Cryptid has bodies up and around him. He just gotta be able to make the plays towards him. He is being droned out as he makes his way up to the vending machines. Takes one down on a crank. However, Rat Deadly's right there to shut him down. Crypto is gone. So 4v3. Well, we still have Blue up here baiting it out, seeing what he can hold for a long angle. Deadly pushing drones through to try and get aggressive towards the zombie of Hush. But Laser looking to be the face check clear as he moves his way through. Has control now as he forces Hush back down into the safety of sight. Vertical now owned by the attacking team. It's up to the defense. Just keep buying the time. They've got 4 can openers and 3 thermite charges. So, bottom square hatch going to be coming open. You need to start getting some bodies down blue side. That would help your team out immensely. There's so much Tachanka fire still to be burned. A zombie with a couple of barricades and an impact to make some things happen.
Keep us straight through. Deploy barrier.
And we're slowly ringing down in this round as there's 45 seconds left to go. Sate holding up in close, TCSG in a hand, in a walk up through dirt tunnel. They're giving him the ping out angles of where he needs to keep putting these fires at. But a drop down from Deadly to clear one. Benzera able to get the refrag up for his teammate. But that was a very good pick. It gets rid of some of the aggression up front. And they're waiting for Blue to maybe go up and get this other wall. Instead, a swing over. Benzera to find Laser. Blue does get one. But that DMR from that distance hits like an absolute freight train. Tachanka still raining fire in. He's going to run straight for Benzera. Benzera to put up a 3K and shut him down. Lunar Abyss putting bodies up for the start of round 1. Basement defense held out pretty solid. Alright, let's look at Twitch chat for a second. Intermission music sounding like some SoundCloud era Little Pump. Actually, my intermission music that I use is all wrote by my buddy TZ Brax. It's all stuff that he's worked on and done that, you know, for other projects he likes to tinker around with. He likes to make his own music and sounds. So I got those off him to use for my intermissions.
Use bombs.
Yo, why you guys hating on Rude? Let's go, Lunar. Let's go. El Cheerleader Deemly. Yeah, Abyss, excluding Rude. Let's go, Lunar. Let's go. F you, Rude. Yo, chill. You know. You guys may be frying Rude here, and I don't know why. He offered to pay me for this game. I told him no. You know, I know he needs his lunch money, but I could take it if I wanted. Kidding. He did offer me money. I don't take money. This is not the year of money. This is the year of channel growth. So we're out here just having fun, doing as many games as we can. Set up downstairs now for the open area kitchen side with a very heavy vertical extension. Rude once again bringing out the Tachanka, giving a shield up now for his teammates. The IGL of this team, from what I'm reading, playing in it as Tachanka. Love to see it. Hush currently chilling downstairs in basement, hoping to maybe cut off any of the late game pushes that there is. And down will go Benzera as Blue gets his first pick. Cryptid though to immediately even things up. Deadly making some very, very aggressive pushes from what I've noticed. Rude sending the fire out as he drops himself back with Tachanka. He's got Laser and Crank both up immediately in his face. And Laser continues now to push on and through. Blue helping out with the pinks for his teammates, trying to find the angles up. They know right where Skopos is, and he's chilling with his other drone. A flash to go up and above, not able to land onto him. Dropping down now into the bottom elevators. Blue is still very concerned about what's up above, but he gets the ping out for his teammate. Encrypted is just gonna be chilling and waiting in this elevator side. Laser taking some control though, making his way up through tellers, pushing forward. Crank now up in the top lobby. They are slowly collapsing around where Cryptid is playing, but they may not get there in time. Cryptid to find one. Blue off the long angle though. Refrag for his teammate. Down to a 3v3. And Blue trying to move fast. Runs straight into Sate, who picks up a double kill as Laser will go down as well. Suddenly it's Jay to a 1v3. If you're on Manticore, this may be time that you just sit back, rappel up the roof, get yourself a pseudo timeout, and talk about what is going on for this map. Because it's definitely not playing out the way that you wanted it to. That being said, Sate moving it up, trying to get a 3K for himself. As Jay is right there around the corner. Sees him. They see each other. And they are still not popping shots. Jay will get the kill on his Sate. And that is a good one. Rude dropping himself down to basements. We got Hush playing aggressive up in for archives. Setting up with a masterful, sneaky, long angle. Timer running out. Jay moving forward. Going for the control through this little doorway. Getting in there. Rounds ripping past. But Rude, the Tachanka from behind, doesn't even land a bullet. No comms from the teams. Lunar does pick up the round though. Buying time like a merchant. They're moving forward still throughout this game. And nice skin. That's going to be one coming back on the teams. And there's the Manticore tack timeout. Let's leave the Rude hate in our pockets for now. I think it's kind of funny. But attack timeout being called now for Manticore. It needs to be another one of those, hey, here's what are we doing wrong? Well, I'm seeing a lot of solo pushing from the side of Manticore. They're not, I can't even say solo pushing. The last round they did a team push. They're just not winning the gunfights. And that's becoming a big key factor. You just got to keep the gunny up, not the funny up. Pull out some good rounds. Rude leaving the Tachanka behind this time as he breaks out the two brow. We are moving it upstairs. Cryptid's still going to be playing Zetsko post. Let the Wendigo hunt. Hush, though, locked himself on for Vigil. Hoping to see that Boss G in his hand. It better be in his hands. Oh, he's a K1A loser. Oh, everybody make fun of Hush in the comments. If you're not running a Boss G, you don't gamble. You're not a real man. Gambling. So let's see what Cryptid's going to do with his roam this time. Last time, it did get a body, and it bought a lot of time for his team. Time that, as we've seen at the end of that round, I'd say desperately, they still were in a 2v1, but buying time is always a good thing. Laser making the team-oriented pick and bringing out the Monty. As long as he can keep himself up on 2 feet, that Monty will be a beautiful play. Crank, though, going with the Ash pick, hoping to maybe bring a good gun onto himself, and that'll put him in a position to win some gunfights. Deadly looking to make a play forward, but Hush is right there in a position to deny it. Jump through that window, you get sent to whatever god you believe in. Holding a tight angle onto him. Spraying through now as he's droned out. Buck is making some noise. Wall will come open. They're going to exchange some shots here and there, but not going to make the play forward. Crank is now in, moving around. Hush goes for the pick, gets one up onto Crank as he goes down now. Swinging around trying to find Deadly. Hush is extremely low. Deadly's about half. What will they be able to make out of this? A very, very low Vigil taking on a Monty in a gunfight. Out of ammo, and Rat Deadly will pick the kill up, but there is still Cryptid who's looking to come down reinforce for his team. Lays a little bit of shots down range, not landing very many of them. Monty has now control open area. It looks like Cryptid may go for a retake onto top square. Even though there's not a body there, they have control of it. Deadly left down to about 1 HP as the swings are coming from absolutely everywhere. And the vertical being watched back up the hatch. That's a Deadly rotate right there. With Deadly watching, if you get the pun. Cryptid to find the pick there over onto blue. Down goes your hard breaches. Your thermite gets taken off board. Cryptid gets back to his other drone for safety. And Laser will go down to Slime Sate. As Sate puts up another one. And what can he make happen here? You got Jay still out on rappel. Deadly moving his way up to top square. Very, very low 1 HP situation for him. Jay gonna eat some damage as we see Cryptid keep going for these quick peeks. And with a impact in pocket, could end this round out now. Deadly 1 HP. Cryptid gets the pick onto Jay. Gets the one onto Deadly as Cryptid slams him away to put them up now 3-0 for this round. Or for this map. Lunar Abyss looking to maybe just run away with the map, I think. So with your final ban, they choose Thermite and Cade. Well, Hatch of Basement should be easier to get. In theory. Thermite being pulled off board is definitely a bit of a pain for this attacking team. Manticore now, without any primary breach available to them, gonna have to rely strictly on to the can opening gadgets. I hope it works.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So with a basement defense coming, we're going to be keeping an eye on Cryptid as he's going up now, going for the reinforcements. We got Rude up here making some footholds across as the open area hold is going to be underway. I really like these Aruni gates over top of the hatches. It's just, it's an annoyance to these guys. But it's an annoyance in a good way for the defense, right? Hush once again looking to play extremely aggressive. He's the one up holding for open area. We got Cryptid looking to roam himself around like Bigfoot. You don't want to be seen. Monty's going to be our top push into square as he moves forward. We got Deadly playing as the buck. Making almost, ooh, never mind. I was about to say, making the smart decision to not blow open that top into office wall. Because all you're doing now is giving Cryptid an angle on you. And Deadly's going to get pounded down by Cryptid from it. Finding another one on the crank as he moves forward. Got Blue right on his windows. Got the Monty walking up on him. Almost laying rounds into Blue. He lays a couple out, but not enough to take him down. And he does not escape to his other drone. Laser to shoot him and shoot the body a little bit. Taking 2 picks and leaving Blue extremely low. So for a 3v4 situation right now, Lunar Abyss is looking on fire. And they still have the vertical presence by Hush as he is looking to control open area. Jay ever so slowly making his way down main stairs. The Monty taking charge, leading the way in. And as he walks around to clear the Goyo, he will be seen, will give out the pings. A knife through the shield though as Hush lays Laser down. And down will go Blue as Hush finds another one. Jay suddenly into a 1v4, finds one on to Benzera. The over-aggressive swing, Diffuser's laying there. Hush goes out for a swing, Jay head taps another. 1 HP for him into a 2v1 situation. And it is 2 of the good trinity of time denial. Say and Rude both have good gadgets too to shut down Jay right now. Don't even have to shoot at him, just whip a fire or a smoke in his general direction. You will get the pick. Rude holding back on an incredibly long angle. Fires at the ready. Jay sending flashbangs in. The fire's coming out. He will not have time or the ability to even get in and go for a plant here. His only option is to be swung. So just keep the smokes out, keep the fires out, and do not go for a risk on your life. As low as Jay is, this fire immediately kills him. That room looks like torture to get through. Even full HP, you're not taking too many steps. Lunar Abyss gets that clean 3 sweep to start out. Picks up another one as they look to bring another 3 sweep around into their defenses. If Lunar Abyss manages to pull a 6-0 for their starting defense as a map 3, that will be a truly scary sight. However, we are also looking at one of the middle ranked teams in the league right now of Lunar Abyss versus Manticore, who is currently bottom of their division. I'm not going to use that as a trash talk point though. That's not what that is. Tachanka once in play again now from Rude, who has yet to die, yet to get a kill. But he has hit somebody, so he's got an assist. Let's see what the vertical is going to have in play this time. Well, a spawn peek from Hush as he looks to get aggressive to open things up. But no one will go there to match him. We do, however, hear Crank running around down there in a good position to be swung on. But Hush does not go for it. Instead, they are starting to now aggress his top square, push him out of place. It's up to Say, Cryptid, and Benzera to keep holding this vertical and make something out of it. I hate killing Scopos. The lack of blood throws me off so much. Yeah, it is odd. They should have made him leak oil. Monty going in now for the swing onto Benzera. Monty going to be giving live pings out. We got Hush playing aggressive coming up to help defend his boy. It is an absolute dance battle against this Monty. Cryptid able to find Jay as well. The Monty will get the melee off and get the kill up onto Benzera. Cryptid though right here saying, hey, you want to dance, bro? I will dance with you. And Blue now, last one up with a gun. Last one up for his team in general as Cryptid is able to slam that headshot down. Hush going in for the swing. Gets right in behind, but Cryptid slams him down. Pistol taps for the win. 5-0 up now for Lunar, looking to put themselves in a match point before they even get an attacking round under their belts. This game is going very, very one-sided, almost like the last. Map 1, though, was a good fight for Manticore. I'm hoping to see them pull back into that fashion that we see in that first map.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And once again, controller.
Razor wire in position.
There we go.
Device placed.
Fucking mad. Reinforcing wall. Loading new mag.
Monty is super intelligent. Well, we're going to see Laser pull it out yet again. Hush trying for a spawn peek as he's continuing to get aggressive throughout this map. And he lays rounds up towards Rat Deadly, but not able to land very many of them. Retreating back to safety, and Deadly does manage to pull rounds off into his back as he gets away. It is an upstairs hole with a full extension around. And Hush just looking to keep his gun up and have some fun. Rat Deadly going to be moving up in with Laser. They take that banana haul immediately. Slim right there being pinned into the corner. He wants to take this battle against the Monty here. However, Slim will find one. Laser going down. Crank to find Benzera. And that's a little bit of a trade out. Cryptid now downstairs taking some control. As they continue a good fight up against. It has been a team battle so far for these banana stairs. And Cryptid is still looking to see what he can swing. Jay's the one down in lobby. And Jay's the one that might get head tapped. Root is left extremely low. Cryptid just chilling the top of these main stairs. They have diffuser in hand at the top of the spiral. Down will go one. Cryptid to find Jay. Cleaning up that round at 12-3 now. As we see Lunar Abyss move up 6-0 over Manticore. Match point scenario. Will Manticore be able to lock themselves in for defense, or will this one just go away seamlessly into the night for the Lunar Abyss team as a 7-0? This is making me sick to watch, is what Coach just said. Here's my thing. Root is still without a death. You guys need to either A, buy competitive accounts to play on, so that way you don't have any skins on, or something. Go through and just turn skins off. Looking through, what do we have over here from Void? Dads & Co. was a 14-0 series. Dads & Co. does have, what, most of the Zips players, or most of the Akron players, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's the Dads & Co. team. Yeah, those dudes are absolutely nuts. 14-0 is just completely understandable.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So Manticore looking to bring it upstairs now for their defenses. Of course, the normal bands, Mira and Kaid, now both gone. We did lose Ace and Hibana. That means that the wall Deadly's currently reinforcing will never ever come open. Gives you some free range to move around. If you guys buy me Chick-fil-A, we give you 6 rounds. Buy me Chick-fil-A, I'll just change the scores.
Surface secured.
And we've got Blue going downstairs to the basement for a defensive roam to see what he is able to do. Hush, upside down, rappel into the main lobby. Rat Deadly right there with the DMR saying, hey, nah, man. We don't do that around here. Get Spider-Man out of this game. Looks like Lunar Abyss may just be going in for a quick rush. As there's Deadly finding a good DMR pickup on the Rude. Deadly puts out damage up to a 3K as he finds Sate. Benzera goes down. It's now crypted into a 1v5. And there's a kill up now onto Laser. Looking down below, see if he can find Blue. He's got shots all around him. Blue, though, shuts him down. Manticore does put a round up on the board.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Rude finally on the board. Yeah, Rude does put his first death up. And Blue eating a ton of damage off rip right there. Down to about 1 HP from his own fire. I don't know what you're doing, sir, but you're going to end up putting your team into an even more desperate situation. Match point is not a time to be at 1 HP to start up a round.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Moving upstairs, we do have Deadly, who I'm hoping goes up for a roam with Crank. Keep the two of them with their guns up. Find something. And Crank hitting the opening kill there on the Cryptid, shutting down the MVP of this map. Crank now continue on moving forward. They do have Sade up and over there, but not able to find him. Rude going to be taking early entrance out ATM side. We got Benzera walking through lobby, seeing if he can find anybody. Hush looking for a gunfight back on a Rat Deadly. Rat Deadly to find Sade as well. And we got some accusations. Doesn't matter much as he walks straight into where Benzera is just chilling. The Dads and Co. are all former Akron players. That's what I thought. I love those dudes. They're all good. Like, the Akron team, all their former players are all good people. I like them. They're chill. STX Parallax now has a negative 66 round differential? Why? Oh my. Oh well. Crank moving up now to the top of Blue Stairs. This is going to be an impossible push to get him out of his positioning. So looks like they're now all eyeing up to maybe make a swing down and play off hatches. Benzera is just watching and waiting for this swing up, but it will not be there. The best play right now against this Warden is have somebody just hot drop that hatch and go after him. That'll be Rude taking that stab forward, dropping down. Crank is scared about everything around him, and he hits one of the nomads. He's air jabbed down for a moment. There is no swing up from Benzera. It puts Rude into a situation where he has to win this gunfight. Has got to make something happen. Crank still just down here waiting. Gets that head tap up on a Benzera. Left down to 1 HP though as Rude lights him up. And as Hush goes down, they know exactly where Rude is. And he hits another air jab. Giving up his position now in these blue stairs. If he comes back to safety, he's going to be met with a DMR. Instead, Rude walks up, stalks him down, hits him in the back. This main wall is getting everything in a kitchen sink thrown at it as the Trinity of Time Denial are still up. The 3 men of pain for any planter. And we see Rude go flying in, running deep, straight to Laser, who is waiting on Manticore. Put up another round. 6-2 as Manticore still hold themselves afloat in this game. Psychic still up, needs to get nerfed. There are no kill indicators. Yeah, the kill indicators, kind of a good thing. Manticore are only putting up rounds so that way they can say they didn't get 7-0'd. That probably, very likely story.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And this round might be one that goes to the defense immediately as I see Hush is on Solid Snake. Is Snake allowed? Nothing shocks my mental more than setting myself on fire at the start of the round. Yeah, bro, that was a iffy play, but worked out as they won that round. We may just be looking at a full defender-sided map. Let me keep an eye on Hush here as he runs his way forward, going in. New gadget is in play, and ladies and gentlemen, it is a very cool, interesting one to play with. A hard rush out blue stairs already from Cryptid. They are taking this entrance extremely fast. Cryptid looking, see if he can find anything. Instead, all he's seeing is a castle barricade and a big reinforced off wall. That won't stop much, though, as the Archives push is still there, still available. There is a soft wall in that thing set up, but doesn't matter much. Blue getting head tapped there as Cryptid just walks in on him, still droning out, still just watching and waiting. Hush now sneaking up the main stairs, F2 in hand. And I'm telling you, I don't know if Snake's allowed yet, because I know that a lot of leagues are still quarantining him. Ram up above, making that vertical. Wall is still single and soft. Hush will go down to deadly opening pick for his team at least. And Benzera getting the heads up alert of, oh my god, that wall is still soft as the rounds come zipping right past him. Breaching open to try and go for a swing now. That ram drone is good for that. Crank going upstairs though, fighting with Rude, putting rounds both directions. Retaking for conference side. We got Benzera getting ready to swing in straight on to Jay. Jay not watching, doesn't know where he's at. Crank now retakes that vertical. Benzera finds Jay. Rude's still up and playing. As the flashbangs come in, he flashes out Laser. Getting a great quick pick onto him. Rat Deadly now retakes for Archives. We got Crank running around upstairs. Rude's right there, finds him. Ooh, good headshot there on a Sate though from Deadly. As the rounds are coming in, he goes down and we go 7-2 up for Manticore, or for Lunar Abyss over Manticore. That'll bring this matchup to an end as we see Lunar Abyss go 2-1 over top of Manticore. And a game that has been just close on both sides. Neither map exceeding 9 rounds. Anyway, though, that is all we're going to have time for tonight. I want to appreciate you all. Thank you all for coming out. It was pretty interesting to watch. I mean, both these teams having pretty stellar gameplay. But that's all we're going to have time for tonight. We'll see you guys all in the next one. I believe there's a GPL semifinals tomorrow. So stop by, watch that, or watch someone, because there's definitely going to be a stream for that game. Either way, we'll see you guys all in the next one. For now, good night.
This is Phase Ed Music.